Where do your ideal customers live? In this video, I'm going to show you what social platforms your ideal customers are using in 2020. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole, and on this channel we talk about women empowerment, social media, and branding. If you're interested, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell to get notified about my videos. There are 9 current platforms that your potential customers could be using every single day. These social media platforms are Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, LinkedIn, TikTok, and any other podcast platforms. Each platform has a different age range that really changes throughout the years. Very similar to Facebook being the cool teen place to hang out between the years of 2009 to 2012. Now, you don't really see teens on Facebook as much as you see a range of 35 to around 60 years old. Each platform has these different age ranges, and over the years they do adjust, but for the age ranges in 2020, this is what I would recommend. Instagram range around from 18 to 35 years old. YouTube is really an all age group. I have seen 80-year-olds use YouTube. I have seen 5-year-olds use YouTube. I have seen 18-year-olds, 25-year-olds. There really isn't a specific age range. YouTube is a very popular search engine, very similar to Google, and just like anybody searches on Google, anybody really searches on YouTube. For Facebook, like I said, it is really 35 to 60 years old. On Twitter, I recommend between 18 to 60 years old, more so because as the years have been going by, Twitter has been very known for its news outlet. A lot of people who want to find out more about the news or more different news-oriented things, they do look on the trending, or they do scroll through their feed to see what has been coming up, what people are talking about. Anyone in sports has been using Twitter to find out the scores and to just have that conversation about scores. Movies, TV shows, people have conversations on Twitter about all these different things, as well as any news outlet. Politics, a lot of people talk about politics on Twitter too. So the age range does vary a lot more than other platforms. For Snapchat, I'd recommend being on for your potential customers if they are within the ages of 15 to 30. A lot of that range does check on Snapchat, whether it's for the latest gossip or any kind of media company channels do showcase a lot on there. A lot of people like to give little tips and tricks on there as well. Pinterest, I'd recommend for ages between 18 and 60. Now, I say this because Pinterest is very good for articles. So there's a lot of people who like cooking on there that watch cooking videos or that want to learn about recipes. A lot of people also want to learn little tips and tricks, where to buy clothing. So there's different things, and I've been hearing that even men are starting to come on more onto Pinterest to kind of check out different things, purchase, or any little how-tos. The platform kind of looks a little bit different than the other social medias, but it's very easy to save something that you want to purchase in the future. LinkedIn is getting very hot right now. I'd recommend from 25 to 60 years old, but LinkedIn is also a very business professional oriented platform. So people are coming on here to either hire someone, to be an employee, to find clients. There's really a business oriented, professional, networking oriented feel to it. Now, that doesn't mean that you cannot be natural and genuine, because it's very more so being able to speak to people in a more professional setting, as if you are walking into a business meeting or a networking event. You want to be on your best behavior, but you also want to be able to have conversations with people who are high-level execs or people who are in the trenches really being the customer. There is no limit to what you can do and who you can speak to on LinkedIn, and I think that that's such a very unique perspective, especially since now native video is becoming more of the in thing. You're able to create more videos, and it's easier to create content on LinkedIn now versus what it used to be back a year or 2 years ago. Also, LinkedIn is easier to see someone's experiences, see where they work, see what they're doing professionally, because sometimes you meet someone and you really don't know who they are, but on LinkedIn you can check out their profile and you can try to see who they are, what they do, and it's quicker to find out someone in a professional career setting versus any other platform. It might be a little bit more difficult. TikTok I'd recommend between the ages of 13 and 18. Now, within the next year, I do see that age growing and getting larger. I have seen people creating content and people on the platform that are much older, even in their 30s. But I do recommend the user, the people who are on there. So if you are, your primary clients or your primary customers are between the ages of 13 and 18, I'd highly recommend it. But even more so, even if you're secondary customers. So I will give a recommendation of your secondary customers being around like 10 to 15 years younger, or a younger range than your primary customers. Now, I say this because if you want to grow a brand, you want to be able to live past 10 years. You know, you want to be able to keep this business up for a long period of time. Now, if you start marketing to people who are younger, eventually they're going to get to the age that you want them to get to. Now, podcasting platforms. I highly recommend anyone to be on podcasting platforms, but I do say 18 and up, not because it has any explicit content type of vibe, but I do say that because a lot of the times there are younger kids that aren't really paying attention to listening or the hearing aspect, the audio aspect. They do focus a lot more so on video because they have that time to focus on video. If your customers are within the ages of 18 all the way up until, I mean, there are even 8-year-olds that listen to podcasts because of the natural ability of them growing up in that radio mindset. So a lot of people do enjoy the aspect of the audio. So I do not stop the age range. I think the age range between 18 and up is a very good age range. If any of your customers are within that range, then you should definitely check it out. Comment down below with what platforms you use and what age range are you in. Are you in your 30s, your 20s, your 40s, your 50s? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, I showed you about your ideal customers and where they live on the social platforms. But if you want to get a social media strategy, I have a 5-page guide on the key elements to a social media strategy. So you can check that out on the link down below. Also, if you want to join a community of women just like you, I have a Facebook group where we give each other tips on building our brand on social media. If you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and also leave a comment, and don't forget to share it with your friends. If you want to know more about promoting your business on social media in 2020, check this video out right over here.